Guys, this is Jessica, just here today to give you your weekly overview for what we're tackling in Ed Media Theory. We are at the week of April 13th, and there are two big things on the checklist that you should be tackling. You should be continuing to work on your choice project and your professional website. So when I click on your choice project, I'm brought to a Google Doc explaining the parameters and rubric. I did add two new things to the document: a list of suggested tools, and a video of me explaining or giving you a tour of three choice projects last semester that scored really well. So you might like to see that for a little inspiration. The list of tools is by no means all encompassing. There are about 100 more that could be added to this list. I just simply wrote a list off the top of my head that either are pretty darn common or ones that I would hope you would gain exposure to before you entered student teaching. At the bottom, I did also add that you could consider getting Google Level 1 certified instead. I think I have 5 people that I'm aware of that have made that decision, and some of them did ask for extensions, which I did grant only because getting certified is kind of a pretty big commitment, but that is an option as well, since that certainly covers multiple ed tech tools. So then you should be working on that, and by that meaning you're studying that tool, maybe getting watching tutorials, getting certified in it, joining Facebook groups about it, asking teachers, and learning as much as you can about that tool, because you will need to create some kind of sample where you feature all of the bells and whistles. This isn't just one quick sample that covers a fraction of what the tool has to offer. You should be thinking about making sure you're comprehensive in what you're producing. So you're probably still at the study portion of that tool, and that is perfectly fine. Then we go back to our to-do list. You're also working on your professional website. Clicking that link will bring you to some samples, some parameters, and I also added a video of me explaining the rubric because it is kind of a weird rubric. I have had a few people that want me to look over their website to see if it actually meets the rubric. I'm not going to do that. That is because that's me basically unpacking the rubric for you. I want you to dive into each of those ISTE standards and ask yourself, are you meeting those? Do you have evidence in multiple locations that you are a creative communicator? Okay, for example. So I'm not opposed to going over like in a hangout and talking with you about your website, but I'm not going to do the unpacking of the rubric for all of my students. This is the one of the ways that I get you to really dive into the ISTE standards, is figure out, are you showing evidence of that on your website? Okay, so that is what you're working on for this week. When I go back to my checklist, here we are. And none of that is due for, we've got another over a week and a half before your website's due, and then the choice project isn't due until May. So we have plenty of time to still tinker and play. And as always, if you have any questions, you just need to ask. And I'm very open to communication, and you just send me a Google Hangout meet, and if I can get to the computer in time, I certainly will. All right, you guys stay safe. Miss you tons. Bye-bye.